Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing this rusty orange makeup look, and I'm going to be using the Tartelette Toasted palette. So if you really want to see, you won't really want to see. Hi guys, so today's video is going to be on this rusty orange makeup look. If you want to see how I did it, please keep on watching. Okay, so first I'm gonna start with the Dior Lip Glow. This is in the shade 005. Just to prep my lips before I do anything else. I'm gonna go into the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser in the shade Alaska. And I'm going to dot it all over my face. The reason why I really like this moisturizer, or tinted moisturizer, is because it's very lightweight and it's very glowy, so it works really well, especially if you have dry skin, which I don't, but I do like the finish that it gives me. So it's not heavy at all. So that's just to like even out the skin tone, not to really cover up too much, because I still want my skin to shine through. Not shine through, but I still want my skin to peek through and breathe. So next I'm gonna go into the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Canelle. I think that's how you say it. So I'm gonna cover up my dark circles, in between my eyebrows, those two dots around my mouth, and just blend it out with a sponge again. Before this I used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Sand Sebum, and I think it's really similar. So if you're on a budget, that would be a really good alternative. But I've always wanted this, so I recently got it and I absolutely love it. The texture is quite similar. I do see a little bit of differences, but overall it's quite comparable. So after this, I'm going to go into my Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Pact. I got this recently as well. I was actually looking into the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but first of all, that one's just like too expensive, and I don't really powder that often. I just need to use like a tiny bit to powder under my eyes, but other than that, I don't really do anything like that. Nothing too heavy. And just take a little bit to dab all over my face. Okay, next I'm gonna go into bronzer. I'm using the Balm Bahama bronzer. Just taking that to shade my cheeks, my forehead, under my jaw. Not too much. I just take like the tiniest bit and dab it off, just to give me a little bit of color and dimension. Take a little bit on my finger to go on the sides of my nose. Nothing too heavy or too dramatic, it's just for the slightest definition. So next I'm going into blush. I'm going to be using the Dior blush. This is in the color Happy Cherry. My sister-in-law actually introduced this to me and I fell in love with it immediately. Normally I go for like coral blushes, but I'm digging the pink color. And I still keep it in its little packaging because it's so lush and I love it. So next I am going into eyebrows. Today I'll be using the Heavy Rotation Eyebrow Palette. You can just use any one that you have. I just find that powders work really well for me. I've always wanted to use the goof proof one, by Benefit, but it's so expensive, so I just can't bring myself to buy it, especially since I already have one, so I might as well finish it before I get the next one, right? So what I did just there was I got the lighter shade to go in the middle so that it's not too harsh, or well, the middle shade, and then I got the dark one just for the ends because that should be the part that's darkest around the tail. Okay, that's it. So next I'm just going to use a spoolie at the end of my eyebrow brush and just brush it all out to make sure that it looks really natural. I'm not into those like blocky eyebrows, so it's really important for me that everything's blended in as if I'm not even wearing any eyebrow product. Next, I am going to do eyeshadow. I'm gonna quickly use just a shading brush. I'm gonna dip into Latte, which is that one right there. By the way, this is the Tartelette Toasted Palette by Tarte, and I got it for Christmas and I love it so much. So funny thing is that my grandma told my mom to buy us Christmas presents, and I went with my mom to help her choose what to get everyone in my family, and I chose this for myself. It was really good. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that all over the lid just to give it some color. I'm dragging it out like a little bit so it gives me that, like, I wouldn't say cat eye, but it just brings it out a little bit more. It gives me definition. I really like that. It looks really light in the palette, but it's really good on the eyes. Maybe I should zoom you in. Alright. Hello. Okay, so after putting Latte all over the lid, I'm going into Cozy, which is this well, you can see the color there. I'm not really good at describing colors, so I'm gonna go into Cozy from the Tartelette palette. I'm gonna dig it in and place it right where the outer crease is, so like the outer V right here. Just gonna lightly define it as if I'm not really doing anything much. There you go. While I'm at it, I'm gonna take this pencil brush and go into Latte first, just to smoke out the bottom a bit. I don't think I'm gonna add Cozy to the bottom because I don't want it to be like too dramatic. Next, I'm going into this e.l.f. blending brush. I'm going to take Sunrise and put it at the inner corners of my eyes just to brighten everything up because you don't want it to be too dark. I'm going to put a little bit on the top, bottom, top, and bottom. So I think today I'm going to the aquarium with Nick, and yeah, it's gonna be in KLCC. I'm currently in KL and it's gonna be really good. Maybe we'll even go to the bird park. I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe not. Maybe I'll even take that highlighter and put it on my nose. I'll take some and put it on my Cupid's bow. I think that's good. Anyway, so moving on from that, I might actually use this as a highlighter. So I'm going to take a brush from Real Techniques. It's actually the contour brush, but whatever. So I'm going to take Sunrise. That actually works really well as a highlighter. I'm done with eyeshadow. Since I have lash extensions on, which I'm going to get refilled real soon, I'm not going to put any mascara on, but my bottom lashes need a little bit of them. So I'm going to use the False Lash Telescopic Mascara by Loreal, and I'm just going to place a little bit of it on the bottom lashes. You can barely see anything because I don't have any lashes, but you gotta work with what you have. To finish everything off, I'm going into MAC's Taupe, and I've used so much of it. I've had it for a really long time though, so I'm gonna dab off some of that lip balm and just put it on. And there you have it. That is my makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is just a rusty orange makeup look that I do when I have the time. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed yourself and that you learned a thing or two. If not, then I'm just glad that you watched the video. Anyway, I hope that you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!